What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And welcome everybody. Welcome to Right Body for You, coming to you live from a Right Body for You workshop in Houston, Texas. I'm assuming some of you could have heard that. And I'm watching people eat lunch. It's fun to see them enjoying their bodies. Doing a live workshop in Houston, Texas. We are technically at lunch break, which is kind of interesting. And I decided to play with it a little bit and freak out the producers and do a live from the class radio show. But we're gonna have a good time. But I thought it might be fun to include the energy of the class because, Right Body for You, as I said before, is a division of Access Consciousness. I do love pushing it. Those of you who'd like to join us in the live chat room, go to a2zen.fm and in the chat room, and you can sign on with whatever and enjoy all of these silly, funny comments that people tend to make. And so we I'll push it. See, now they're singing songs in the chat room, which is pretty dang funny. All right. So, no, I thought it would be fun to include the energy of the live class because Access Consciousness is it is a part of Access Consciousness. And Access Consciousness is a set of tools and techniques to help you change any area of your life that's not working for you. And with the Right Body for You, we focus on the body and what is actually possible with the bodies. And one of the targets of Right Body for You is to get you to invite you to the place in the space where you can receive contribution from your body, where you can contribute to your body, and where it can contribute to the creation of your life. What if your body isn't just about what it looks like, feels like, tastes like, looks like? What if it's actually also about generation of the world, generation of your life, and generation of fun? And the topic of today's show is actually, what the hell is your body saying? Which, we can always think of these like really fun ways of titles of shows, but really, what people want to know is, what the hell is your body saying? And the reason I bring up what contribution your body can be is because so much of what your body is, the communication of your body at the core is giving and receiving the communication from your body. And that right there is an interesting topic because so many people are like, communication with my body, what are you talking about? Because it was a foreign concept for me. When I first started in with Access Consciousness and the Right Body for You tools, the first time I heard, well, ask your body for what it like. And I'm like, I have no idea what do you mean ask my body? Why would I ask my body? It's like, well, what if your body has a consciousness all of its own? What if your body has a preference of what it would like to eat, what it would like to wear, and what it would like to go? Okay? So with that, it's like, okay, so communication with the body. Well, what would my body say? This is kind of where we're getting to today. And we actually spent quite a bit of the morning in class talking about this communication with the body because it is the base of a lot of what's going on. Okay? How is the sound with the air conditioning just coming on? Is it okay? Sorry, everything is live? Okay. Live and in person. As elements change, we like to check. All right, so with the communication with the body, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate anything you've decided and judged that communication with your body should look like, taste like, feel like, smell like, and be like? Okay? What else is actually possible with that? Okay? And everywhere you are willing to destroy and uncreate that, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, o'clock, all night, choice, boys, beyond. And what that is it's an active consciousness verbal clearing. And if you want to learn more about that, you can go to theclearingstatement.com. All you really need to know is that it works on the energetic level. And so if you have a willingness, you're like, you know what, yeah, that doesn't work for me anymore, I'm going to allow it to change, is all that's actually required from you. Okay, so what the heck is your body saying? Okay. I know I changed it to heck. My Mormon upbringing comes out every once in a while. I can hear you guys. I can hear people over there whispering. It's like, or not hear it, but energetically. I know. All right. So those of you who are here, it's like, we talked about in class with me today. We talked earlier about what would communication with your body look like. And a lot of people are going like, oh, it would be hard, or it would be a foreign language, or it would be tired, that people are tired of having one more thing telling them what to do. Okay? So everything that is, everywhere we've decided and judged that the body is just one more thing telling us what to do. And you know what? That's the one thing I can resist. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, fuck all night, shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay? Sorry, there's a lot of energy on that, and it's really cute. So it's like, what if communicating with our body was really about honoring our body? Okay? The consciousness of our body. What else possible with our bodies? Okay? It's really interesting, and interesting energy is kind of coming up of like, I'm afraid of opening up to receive the communication from my body, because it's like, well, what would my body say to me? What would, I know I find in a lot of my classes, people are like, well, I don't want to hear what my body has to say because I've done such mean things to it over the years. I've eaten the wrong thing, forced it to do things. I've slept with this person that I didn't want to sleep with, or, whatever it is. That so much of that sticks and locks us up. Then I'm about to, or some people are like, yeah, in the chat room, then I would want to have sex all the time. Okay? Yeah, what if I don't like what my body to say? Yeah, so everything that is, true for you guys who are willing to destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, all night, church, boys, and beyond. Okay, so what if your body doesn't actually judge you? Okay, somebody says in there, I am sort of scared my body is going to tisk me. I need to no more tisking, like naughty, 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 you were bad for doing this. Yeah, so those of you who are listening right now, do this with me. Unless you're driving, close your eyes and take a deep breath and expand out. Stay with your body. I'm not asking you to expand out of your body. Stay with your body. Take a deep breath out. Take a deep breath and expand out. And truth. Is your body mad at you? Is your body in judgment of you? Is your body grateful for you? Is your body happy you're around? Okay? Anything that's true for you will make you feel light. Anything that's a lie for you will make you feel heavy. So when I ask, is your body mad at you? Is that true? Okay. People are like, yeah, it's not. My body's not mad at me. So, yeah, grateful and happy. So anything that allows, so whose judgment is it that you're afraid of what your body will say to you because you're afraid it will judge you, whose point of view is that? Yours or your body's? Okay? Because one thing I've learned about bodies over the year is it really doesn't, it can have a preference, like, because people go, well, if it doesn't have a point of view, then how does it tell me what it wants to eat? It's like it can have a preference, but it's also not such a solid thing that you can't talk with your body, get it to switch and maneuver to something else. Okay? What does this know? Totally my head thoughts talking, my body is happy being. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So it's interesting, a lot of times with these, what we would call negative thoughts or point of view about, oh no, I don't want to hear what it has to say because it's going to judge me. You actually want to ask the question, truth, is that my point of view or is that my? Because truthfully, I have yet to find a body mad at their infinite being. Most of the time, the body are just grateful that you're there, you're creating it, you're generating it, and you're playing with it. Okay? So everything we've done to try to make our bodies the judge, jury, executioner, and what do you call those people that when they lock them up? The jailers, but anyways, judge, jury, and executioner. Everything we've done to make our bodies the judge, jury, and executioner, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate them? Cool. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nice, boys, and beyonds. Okay? Or warden. Yes. Oh, yes. And, and we need to take a quick little break. When we come back, let's talk a little bit more about this, the warden, the hangman, the judge, the jury, the jail, that we seem to have made our bodies. It's as with all shows and all classes, this is going somewhere that's a little bit different than we all originally thought it was going. But now I'm grateful for everybody pitching in and making that energy contribution. All right, so we are going to take the quick little break. When we come back, like I said, we'll talk more about judge, jury, executioner, and what if that's actually, or the whip man. There's people here making whip marks. So it's like, thank you, Mistress, may I have another? Right. So when we come back, we're going to talk about that. And so this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We are on A2Z.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Z.fm.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You radio show, coming live to you from the Right Body for You workshop here in Houston, Texas. And those of you in the class with me that are trying to make yourself infinite and quiet, please say thank you. There we go. Yeah, it's everywhere. So this, for the folks that I'm staring at, everywhere you guys are trying to make yourself infinite or quiet or like not disturb the show, please disturb the show. Because all of you, whether you're, I know, because some of you kind of feel like you have the point of view of like being a voyeur, just kind of watching. So please know you are a gift and you are a contribution to this. So, and it was funny. We had somebody during the break. They're like, "Hey, when we were talking about Hangman, can I buy a vowel?" It's like, you can buy a vowel, even E, like E. Okay. So you guys are cracking me up. All right. So today the topic is, what the hell is your body saying? Okay. We spent a lot of the morning here at the workshop talking about communication with the body. And I do enjoy spending a lot of time on this, helping people shift and change this, because communication with your body is at the base, is one of the keys to changing a lot with your body and changing a lot with your life and the gift and the contribution that it actually can be. I'm watching a radio show. That's funny. I love that. Thanks, Sarah. It's really cute. And how does it get better than that? Yes, watching a radio show. When my mom had a radio show in Las Vegas for a little while, and it was at one of the hotels there, the hotel that is now the Stratosphere, but then it was another, it was called a different hotel, and they had a radio show in the base of it, and in the front of where the microphones were was a big window. And so people, as they would sit there and gamble, would actually watch people talking. They couldn't hear them, but all they saw was people with microphones and their mouths moving. So it was pretty funny about how, and talking about the energy we all be, hers was a health talk radio show. And the bodies would like constantly be looking over, like, what's going on over there, what's going on over there, what's going on over there. And, something as simple as that is actually communication with the body, okay, and the body communicating with other bodies. So again, everywhere we think communication with the body is what it looks like, tastes like, feels like, smells like it has to be full sentence structure, or it has to be in pictures, or it has to be the same way each and every time. Truth, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, apocalypse, nice, horse, boys, yeah, and somebody asked, were the bodies aware without hearing? Absolutely. So much of the communication with the body is that nonverbal. The original language of bodies is energy, okay? The original language, period, is energy. And that is actually what our bodies are speaking, is that energy, okay? And so but the society, we come through this, we learn languages no matter what country we're in, and we go, okay, so communication with my body must be in sentences, because I asked my body, okay, body, what would you like to eat? And it didn't say anything. Okay? Well, what if it doesn't have to say something to communicate? What if it can communicate on that energetic level, and it can show up in various ways? It could show up as a leftover Thai food, an image of the leftover Thai food in the fridge, or it could show up as the taste of the leftover Thai food in the fridge. No, I don't actually have leftover Thai food in the fridge. This is just an example. What if it shows up as just all of a sudden you're thinking about the leftover Thai food in the fridge? Okay? So none of those examples actually have really a sentence structure to it, but it is different ways of your body communicating with you, okay? So once again, everywhere we've decided and judged that communication with the body should look like, feel like, and taste like something specifically, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, organizers, boys, men. And now where all of you are craving Thai food, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, organizers, boys, men. It's coming up in the Me Too, I Want Thai food. Green curry. Right. Okay, cool. How do we learn to communicate if we don't know how it looks? Great question. Okay. So for me, at the base of, because, it's going to show up differently all the time. It's going to show up differently. Okay. So I do get that question all the time. It's like, well, how the hell am I supposed to know? How the hell am I supposed to reckon? Because isn't that how we function in this reality? It's like, okay, so we learn what it looks like. We learn what it tastes like. We learn how it's supposed to be. Got that done. I can move on now because I got it right. And, okay, got it. Check mark next to it. So when I come by and I say, well, it's going to show up differently every time, it's like, oh, holy crap, now what? Okay? So for me, what I suggest is people really look at, is it something that is expanding the universe? And what I mean by expanding the universe, it could be a physical reaction in your body, like you feel like laughing, you feel like you can take a breath, or you just feel lighter in your universe, okay? Because anything that's true for you will make you feel light, and anything that is a lie or untrue or not what your body is desiring will tend to make you feel heavy or like you'll contract your universe. And what I mean by contract is that can show up different ways as well. Sometimes it can make you nauseous. Sometimes it can feel like a weight on your chest. Sometimes it feels like you want to sit in the corner and rock or cry or run away from something. It can show up in different ways. So basically, you just want to look at, is it expanding your universe or is it contracting your universe, okay? And so as long as you're in the question of that constantly, that's when you begin to really start building that communication with your body. And in that communication with your body, I actually suggest you start with basic yes-no questions, okay? And so you start to build that muscle, because we've had this muscle and we haven't been using it, okay? Or we've just been using it to the extreme degrees, like we won't listen to our body until it actually has a physical pain, and then we might start listening to our bodies, okay? So it is a tool and it is communication. We do have that with our bodies, but we've been ignoring it. So this is actually what we've been taught in this reality, is to ignore it. And so we are rebuilding this muscle. We're re-strengthening it, okay? And one of the ways I suggest of re-strengthening it is to ask it yes-no questions, Give it a break. Don't start the communication at, the graduate level, but as you are re-strengthening this muscle, begin with something you can hear. So yes-no questions, like, body, would you like this? Yes, no. Body, would you like this? Yes, no. Okay? And there are several ways to do this. I sometimes, with this yes, no, I try it on for size. And what I mean by that is it's like, okay, body, would you like this strawberry? Yes. And I pause for a minute, and how does that look in my universe? How does my body feel with that? Or no, pause for a second, see how that feels in my body, and see how that looks in my universe. Okay? So when you start with this yes, yes, no, you actually start to rebuild that communication, rebuild those connections, so that when you grow accustomed again to how that is perceived in your universe. And sometimes I actually suggest taking things to the extreme, so you can begin to realize what is a yes in your universe and what is a no in your universe. And what I mean by the extreme things is, like, I haven't found a body yet that doesn't like water, okay? Our bodies have a lot of water in it, and so I would suggest starting like, okay, body, truth, would you like some more? Yes, no, okay? And try it on, yes, no. and I haven't found a body yet that hasn't went, yes, I'd like some water. Okay, cool. Okay. And so when you have that, this is a yes, you begin to see what that actually feels like in your universe. Then you can do something as silly like, oh, body, would you like to eat this fabric? Something that your body is going to say no to. And you begin to see what that no feels like in your universe. And I know it sounds silly, but what you're doing is you're relearning this. So when it is more subtle, when you're in a restaurant or you're around other people, you begin to actually, once that yes-no is back in your universe and you're actually working with it, massaging it, being aware of it, it is more that you're able to really recognize that when it's more subtle, okay? When it's more of that, well, I don't know. It's like, you know what, you do know because you have had it in your universe, okay? There's been a couple of questions on here. It's like my back, because some people, it's like you can also do a muscle testing. It's like you can hold food or whatever it is at your solar plexus, stand with your ankles together. And for most people, forward is a yes, backwards is a no. And I say most people, ask your body, show me what's a yes, show me what's a no. Because somebody in the chat room was like, well, my body went backwards for a yes. Great, no problem. If that's how your body is communicating with you, it's not 100%. It has to be forwards a yes, backwards a no. So you want to ask your body, show me a yes, body, show me a no. So you begin to recognize this. So everywhere we think, well, my body's communication looks nothing like this person's body's communication, so I must be doing it wrong because I'm always wrong and they're probably right because I suck and they don't. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that, please? Cool, right, wrong, good, bad, love, buckle, nine shorts, boys, and beyond. And so and this is what I'm saying, so practice this. I know it sounds simplistic, but you know what? This will actually help you to strengthen that muscle of communication. I swear. Start with the yes-no questions. So when the awarenesses are starting to come more in like the image of my food in the fridge or, whatever it is, as those are coming along, you're able to actually, you've rebuilt that muscle of trust in yourself and your body with these yes-no questions. And so when you do get the awarenesses of more of the energetic, Thai food, what? I'm suddenly thinking about Thai food. Maybe that's what I want. Okay, once you've relearned that, you have that trust back within yourself. Okay, so I know it sounds simplistic, but please start with that yes-no. Yes, no, and don't forget the pause. Okay, because when I try it on for size, I actually pause. I give myself that second. It's like, okay, would you like this Thai food? Yes. And I call it copying an energetic feel. It's like, okay, how does that feel? How does that sit in the universe? Yes. And then, okay, and then I come back and it's like, and buddy, would you like this Thai food? No. How does that feel in my universe? Okay. So you want to give yourself that pause to actually be able to perceive and receive what is going on. Okay. Because how many times we ask our body a question and then that next second goes, see, you didn't tell me anything. Okay, how much awareness are we actually cutting off from our body in our quickness and insistence that we're wrong? The thing that is, truth, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Right, about buckle, night shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay, when we coffee and an energetic feel, I know it just sounds just dirty enough to be funny. I like that. I know that's the communication in the chat room. All right, all right. So we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we'll talk about communication with the body. I know, but it is kind of the topic of the day. So this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're at A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dane here, and I would like to invite you to an adventure in being. I've just written and finished a new book known as Being You, Changing the World. Are you one of those dreamers? One of those people who's always known that other possibilities should be available but haven't yet been able to see them be created? Well, I wrote this book for you. In it, you'll find tools, processes, and unique perspectives to change the things you've always wanted to change but didn't know how. In it, you'll find an invitation to a different possibility for a way that we can be in this world that changes not only our lives, but by being us, allows us to contribute to changing everything planet-wide that doesn't work. Are you aware that truly great people, truly being them, is the only thing that has ever created a great change on this planet? Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to be one? Check out a copy of my new book, Being You, Changing the World. I invite you to go to beingyoubook.com for a free gift.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. This is Right Body for You radio show with your host and body tour guide, Donnielle. I know Christine and I have this, we're going to do something with a body tour guide. We keep laughing about that. And I always tend to think about it during the radio show, so I used to be linear, and now I'm not. So, but I am coming to you live from the Right Body for You 2.5-day workshop here in Houston, Texas. And I have people around me running bars, having a good time. Do you guys want to say hello to everyone? Hi. I thought it would be fun to include the energy of the Right Body for You workshop in the Right Body for You radio show. It is, for me, it's always fun to explore and play with the energy that is all around us. You know, because that's what the Access Consciousness and the Right Body for You tools are really about, is playing with the energy, being with the energy, and that is what communication with your body really stems from, is being able to perceive and receive that energy. And so for me, I'm always playing with that. I'm always going, okay, cool, what else is possible? What else can we be and receive? And the more I'm willing to play with energy in general, the more I'm actually able to receive and communicate with my body. You know, and for me, it's something as simple. It's been very interesting. Like during this class, it's people are here in person. I could reach out and touch them, pick their nose or something. Some people are asking to be slapped around. That, you know, that whatever. So we were talking about self-flagellation this morning. So, you know, people want to be spanked. I don't know. They tell me the bodies like it. And so, you know, and we're also live streaming to, I can't remember how many countries, but we have almost 50 people all over the world watching this too, at different time zones, at different levels. And for me, it's really been interesting to facilitate bodies around the world who are, like I said, in different time zones, in different states of their day. And it's fun to explore that energy. And then once we've added the radio show to it, it's also an interesting mix and flexing of those muscles. And I do the same with the communication with my body, and this is what I invite you all to do too. Is it's like, okay, flex those muscles, play with it. You know, what else is possible when you're playing with that energy in your body be? How much more ease with communication with your body can it be? And what if communication with body is not just about eating? What if it's not just about what it wants to wear or who it wants to shag? What if it's more than those three things? And we tend to put most of the communication in our body to well, four things, I guess. What it wants to eat, what it wants to wear, who it wants to shag, and what the hell is this pain? Right? But we tend to do four things in only communication with the body, but communication with your body can be so much else. Very recently, I'm learning to drive on the left side of the road in Ireland. And when I was driving by myself one day, I'm like, okay, I kept wanting to drift to where I would be in the U.S. And so my body kept wanting to drift more to the left side, which was off the road there in, Ireland. And so what I actually asked my body, I'm like, okay, body, will you become spatially aware of the body, the driver's body in front of me and the car in front of me? Okay. Now let me make sure I didn't say, okay, body in front of me, drive for me. I'm just like, okay, my body, be aware of their body spatially so I know where they are and kind of match up with that. Okay. And for me, that was one of those, what the hell, I'll try it. If it works, cool. If it doesn't work, cool. I had no point of view, but it's like, hey, how else can we play with this energy? Okay. And so, and somebody in the chat room earlier asked me, it's like, what is it like when my body is communicating energetically with other bodies? How does that show up? And this is one of those ways it can show up, is just something as simple as like, okay, where is this body in front of me? And I tell you what, it really helped me drive. It really helped me not drive off the road because when I was spatially aware of the body in front of me, I was kind of like, okay, I can line up with this body. Not that our bodies always like lines, but this time it was very grateful. It's like, okay, I can line up with the body in front of me and I can stay where, I'm supposed to be. And so, what if it could be something as simple as that? And this is why, besides if it's expanding your universe and contracting your universe, the other thing you really need to be aware of is who does it belong to, okay? Because our bodies are awareness machines. They are constantly giving us awareness of what's going on for it and for other people. And so often we get information about what's going on for other people's bodies. Like I was with my mother in an elevator once. We get in an elevator on the first floor, and my mom's like, oh my gosh, she was like, my knee is hurting so bad. And she's like, I don't know what's going on here. And I had the tool at the time. I'm like, well, who does that belong to? She's like, oh, not mine. And like, okay, cool, return to sender. And I'll explain this tool a little bit more in a minute. And what was really neat is we were like on the 10th floor or something. And on an earlier floor, the doors open, and this woman gets off who had been in the elevator with us, and she starts limping on the same knee side. And my mom's like, whoa, okay, it is fine. And what the funny part to this is, you guys, is I can only imagine what this conversation sounded like to the woman who's sitting there going, bitches. My knee hurts, I mean, even though she had never heard of the tool or whatever, she's sitting there going, my knee hurts. And so how much of the pain and illness in your body never actually belonged to you? Okay, so with this tool, who does it belong to? What if 50 to 100% of what's going on for your body never actually belonged to you? Okay, and I don't care if you've had it for 5 days or 50 years. It is still possible to change it with this who does it belong to tool. Okay, so all of you who have had a reoccurring pain, a consistent pain, I want you to use that expand, contract, the light heavy tool we talked about a second ago. And it's like, okay, so look at the pain. Who does that belong to? Does it belong to you? Does it belong to someone else? Or does it belong to something else? And whatever it lightened up on, okay, what you want to do is return it to sender with consciousness attached. Okay? So that pain, who does it belong to? You go mine, someone else, or something else. Okay? Whatever it lightens up on, return to sender, consciousness attached. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay? And if it lightens up at all, what I mean is like if you're having a headache, it's like a jackhammer is going off. And then all of a sudden it just sounds like a little ping hammer going off or whatever. If it's lightened up at all, that's the awareness. Lightening up does not mean it just goes away and that it's gone. It can go away, but what you're asking for is the awareness. So when it lightens up at all, it's not yours. Return it to sender. Okay? Because our body, when it receives information from other people, it can show up as a knowing. You know, have you ever had that where you walk by somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, that person's body hurts? You know, I do it all the time with women in heels. I'll be like, her feet hurt. And sometimes that can show up as like, oh, your feet hurting, because your body's showing you that way. And sometimes it's just literally, I'll be like, her feet hurt. And there's no thought. I'm just actually speaking to myself and whoever else is in the car or whatever within hearing distance with me. I'll be like, okay, so their feet hurt. So that's one way it can show up. Sorry, what does this say? It says, in the chat room, it has been such a great life changer of all the ways I would be aware of everyone and every else's stuff, because she loves this tool, who's it belongs to. Tell us about the gift of return to sender. It's awesome. Okay. Thank you for the question. I will. So what it is with return to sender, you're becoming aware of what's going on for people. And this is like outside of a session or something if you're doing it for somebody, but it's like if you're just walking through your daily life and you're perceiving what's going on for people, your body's letting you have this information. Truth, are you actually taking it away from people? Okay? Like my mother in this elevator, what did she take the knee pain away from this woman, or did this woman still have knee pain and my mother just became aware of it? Okay? People, yes. So yeah, she didn't actually take it from them. Okay, so when we return to sender, we're not actually harming anybody. Because I know all my cute little healers and my cute little sweet, loving, caring, kind people who are listening to the show now or in the future. It's like, but I don't want to hurt anybody. I'll just keep it. I can handle it. It's like, well, what if it's not about that? What if you're not actually taking it from them? Because you're not. What you're doing is your body is telling you what is going on for them, okay? So the gift of return to sender is basically you're not returning pain, you're not returning suffering, because they didn't give it up anyways. They still like to define themselves by it, or whatever it is, whatever it is whatever it is creating and generating in their life, they still like it there. So when you do return to sender, what you're doing is saying, you know what, hey, buddy, I get it. I perceive what's going on in your universe, and you know what? If you would like, you don't have to live with that. You don't have to have it. Here's an energetic wave. Here's an invitation to a different possibility. So why we say return to sender with consciousness attached. So what you're doing is you're actually inviting them to not be in pain, to not have that pain, suffering, illness, or whatever's going on. You're actually saying, you know what, here's a different choice. Here's a different possibility. So return to sender is not about hurting others. It's about creating ease in your body, going, oh, that's not mine. That's somebody else's. I'm just aware of what's going on for them. And then return to sender. Here's a different choice. Here's a different possibility. And you know what? I see you. I see the pain. And sometimes just that acknowledgement can change somebody's universe of like, yeah, I get it. And when you don't align and agree with it, you don't actually solidify it into their universe, into their reality. And you can go, you know what? Here's something else. So that's the gift of return to sender. It's not returning pain. It's not returning anger. It is just inviting people to a different possibility, to more, to a life of less pain, more ease, or whatever that looks like. Apparently I'm being told to skip. I shall skip. I think they mean the break. I may skip across the stage too, because that might just be fun for me and the bodies we have voted. Stephanie's skipping for us. Thank you. One of these times, Christine, we need to figure out how to get video with some of these too, so we can actually see Stephanie skipping around. Okay, so apparently the masses have voted, and we're skipping the last commercial break because heaven knows I can talk, which is so funny because I also used to be shy, and now I don't shut up. Okay, so what is this question? Can you also mention when our body gives us the awareness and we choose to pull it through our body? It is the question of the day, yes. Okay, yes. Let me finish this with the return to sender and who does it belong to, okay? So now that we've talked about that a little bit more, and hopefully we're a little bit more over the point of view that the return to sender is returning pain and suffering, okay? So look again at that pain or whatever it is in your body that's not changing and ask, who does this belong to? Mine, someone else, or someone else or something else? Okay? And whatever it lightened up on, truth, would you guys now be willing to return to sender with consciousness attached? See? Now you can perceive that. There's a little bit more ease with that, a little bit more like, okay, yeah, I can do that. I can be that. I can let that. I can invite them to more. Because and anywhere you think that your body has to be perfect or your body has to be a specific health level, whatever, to be the invitation to a different choice and a different possibility, truth, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Cool. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, online, shorts, boys, and beyond. Because it's not about what your body looks like or even feels like. It's about a willingness, okay? So again, it's interesting. Everything that brings up, destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, online, shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay. So back to the question. Can you also mention when our body gives us awareness and we choose to pull it through our body? Yes, I think I need a little bit more information of what you're asking, but oftentimes, and this is a whole, I need to do a whole show on our body is not the hoarder, or our body our hoarder next week. I can do that next week. Okay, next week we have a topic. Woohoo! Next week we'll do a whole show on using our body as the hoarding and storage device of the universe. I know, I love every time I say hoarding, everybody hears hoarding, which that could be fun too, right? That could be this hoarding. And mayhem descends. Are you the whore who's hoarding? Lovely, Christine. Using your body, yeah. Okay. Okay. I love, as we've been talking about all day, about communication with the body. Everybody's been looking at me like I'm dumbfounded. But now that we're talking about using our body as a whore, everyone's like, woo-woo, yeah, I'll do that. So you guys, I love you guys. That's awesome. All right, so everywhere we have made our body the receptacle for everybody else's judgments, everybody else's pains, sufferings, diseases, truth, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all those and return to sender? Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, online, choice, boys, and beyond. Because does energy actually ever stop? No. Energy is a constant flow and a constant refreshing of things. And so when we actually take judgments and we think we take them into our bodies, we're actually creating solidity in our bodies that can actually create pain and disease, okay? Because as the energy is moving and flowing about, what we actually want to do is we want to let the energy go through our body, okay? Because energy, as we talked about, energy doesn't stop. So what makes us think we could actually get the energy to stop in our bodies? You know, it's not like in those movies, in those sci-fi movies where you see everything going whoosh and into one person's body and then that's just it. It's actually a flow. For me, it's like the imagery of like standing in a river and having that energy constantly going through us and around us and flowing. Because otherwise, it's like we're creating our body as a literal dam. And this is where we feel sometimes like we want to explode, okay? So next time you feel like your body wants to explode, it's like, truth, what part of creating your body as a hoarding and storage device, okay? So everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, BIPOC, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Oh, the chat room posted already. Are you hoarding or are you the whore? And I love how I put my name afterwards, Donnielle Carter. What are you telling me? I mean, really? Huh? Oh, he said to ease the tension. Wow. I can't wait to see what the afternoon of this Right Body for You workshop is. This will be fun. And and we're coming to you live from the Right Body for You 2.5-day workshop here in Houston, Texas. And you know what? This is the first live streamed Right Body for You workshop. I know, woohoo! This is so much fun. I'm having so much everybody here and everybody around the world. And I don't know what might be available for sale later. Email me. I must, if you're just getting a glimpse of what this class is like, what it's going to be like later. If you have any interest in that, please just contact me, Donnielle, at accessconsciousness.com. 2 N's, 2 L's, Donnielle, at accessconsciousness.com. Check out my website, Donnielle.com. And which is another question. What would your body prefer, hoarding or whoring? What does your body know? Oh my gosh, Keisha, that's awesome. Keisha does rock. I am so grateful for Keisha. She's on so many of these shows, just listening, contributing. You're so amazing. Thank you. And now a producer. How does it get any better than that? I know it feels like we kind of like deviated from the subject of what the hell is your body saying, but it really isn't. And because the peanut gallery here said their body wants to be a whore, we knew that. And but what it is you're always, we start off talking about some basic simple tools with the communication with the body, and then it goes from there with the what information did you receive from your body. Even if, look at that simple, it's like, oh, we were talking about the serious subject communication, and then we started talking about does your body want to be a whore, and everybody like got happy and giggly and laughed, woohoo. What if that is also communication from your body? Okay, so, and you know what, it is. So again, everywhere you've decided and judged what communicating with your body looks like, tastes like, feels like, smells like, truth, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Cool. Right, wrong, good, bad, BIPOC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. I've had so much fun with you guys. Thank you, everyone in the room. We have 30 seconds. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you online. Thank you for our special guest, Kitty, literally named Kitty. We have a little kitty roaming around the room. We have so much fun. So thank you, guys. Make it a happy week. Make it a fun week. Enjoy your body, because you know what? It's enjoying you. So everyone have a great week, and we'll be back next week. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.